us to use her name, so we will not. But you're joining us. Tell us what you saw.
Well, I actually was on a video conference with someone who was in the building when it happened, and we were all suddenly aware of a lot of sort of noises of sounds of people running outside of the room where she was, and people screaming. And the person who was in the room on the video conference in the building suddenly, became very alarmed and was listening to the sounds, and suddenly became, very scared and said, "I have to get out of here." At which point she abruptly left. And we were all in a different building just down the street, and we called Google security, who had already been made aware of the incident but wasn't necessarily aware of details, and had informed the city police. And
what sounds did you hear? What sounds did you hear in the background?
The sounds were people running and sounds of screaming, but it was hard to hear anything else, if there was anything else to hear at that time.
Your colleague who was on the other line, who was in this particular building when this was going on, did he or she, I think you said she, say anything about having heard shots?
She didn't. She ran quickly out of the room, obviously very eager to leave the building, and in speaking later with her and others who had been there, they did manage to get out of the building, and everything after that was a panic. I mean, it was a lot of, there's an active shooter, is what they were saying, and that someone was down on the patio outside, but that's all that we've heard so far. Everybody's just trying to get away.
How big a complex, how big a campus is this, the Google headquarters? And for those just tuning in, there has apparently been there's an active shooter situation at YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. How big a campus is this? How many buildings?
There are 4.
4 buildings. And can you tell me what kind of security is there at Google headquarters?
There's security at all Google headquarters, at a physical presence, as well as other types of security.
And YouTube and Google have separate campuses?
Depending on where you are, they're kind of mixed up in different parts of the world. But here, YouTube has its own sort of campus here in San Bruno.
Okay, so it's not on the same Google campus?
No.
But the shooting was in the YouTube building?
Yes.
What else are you hearing from individuals, from colleagues of yours who work in that building?
Just that I think there was not a whole lot, nothing really additional, just a lot of people running away. I think people, as soon as whatever started happening was happening, people tried to get out of the building as fast as they could. And there's lots of different exit points, so obviously many people were able to do that.
All right. Well, we're glad you're safe, and we're obviously hoping for the best. Thank you so much.